do we want to say? Continuing the video reaction videos.
Today we're continuing back.
Okay, I got you.
To
Okay,
the...
I got it. Okay. Well, Yultz had so much fun last time that she's sending me another round of videos to check out. Hopefully these are just as interesting as the others were.
Oh, you will like it.
Okay, let me see.
This is the topic we discussed a lot lately.
This American influencer wants to be famous, but now he's probably going to prison. So a few months ago, he got his first big viral moment while living in Japan. He live streamed himself harassing Japanese locals on the subway.
You know Hiroshima and Nagasaki? We're gonna do it again. Nagasaki, Fukushima.
And he does a lot of this, live streaming and just pissing off the locals.
Hello?
But pretty quickly, Salami gets a bad reputation.
Yeah, is this you?
It's me, yeah, what's up?
I got a problem with you, bro.
After all that backlash, did Salami learn his lesson? No, of course not. Here he is harassing another live streamer who was a Japanese woman who he just encountered on the street. Here's the crazy thing though. None of that terrible behavior really got him in trouble, because I'm assuming none of it was technically illegal. Like, I don't think making a live streamer cry is exactly breaking the law. But here's what's probably gonna get him sent to prison. One day, he decides to randomly wander onto a hotel construction site, and the workers there, they get pissed, and they throw him out as he yells Fukushima at them.
Fukushima! Whoa!
Then, 3 weeks later, police catch him outside of a 7-Eleven where they were waiting for him, and they arrest him and charge him with trespassing for wandering onto that hotel construction site.
Yo, somebody called Joe Biden. Somebody called the U.S. Embassy, right?
You know, very, very disappointing. You know, it goes back to that old, saying, we'll say the ugly American tourist, and they're not necessarily meaning visual appearance ugly, just I think ugly in manners. ugly in manners, and I think this guy is a great example of an ugly American tourist. I mean, the ugliest. And it's oh man, I don't know. I mean, well, that's it. I mean, we've created this type of fame, this hunt for fame, and we created this where this guy became more emboldened after he did the ignorant stuff in the beginning. And I think he did a lower level, but he just knocked it up a couple of notches. He took it up a couple of notches in this second stunt, his second adventure to Japan, after he realized, hey, I'm still getting paid. I'm enjoying this wonderful country. And I'm getting more content. I'm getting more likes and views and getting paid for being an ugly American tourist. And I think there's people that watch him. I mean, I don't watch some content creators because I just don't enjoy their content. I don't like downloading. I just turn off their content. But I mean, come on. I mean, if people are going to watch this type of content, then there are going to be more and more people that are going to do it, And they've had it for years. They call them copycat killers. You see them in the horror movies, or in TV and crime. People, if they think they can get away with it, then yeah, they're going to go for it. And I think this is a horrible example of what happens when we allow some person like this to become quasi semi-famous or something. So to become famous, it's nuts. And again, more disappointing, he's American, and even another notch of disappointment because he seems to be a person of color, and that's even more disappointing. I mean, of all the examples we had to have come here, we had to have this come here, and he's lucky he did it in Japan, because if someone from another country were going to the United States and tried to pull some similar ridiculous stunts like that in the United States, Pearl Harbor, or some kind of crazy crap like that, the reaction, you wouldn't have needed the police to intervene. I mean, you can come to Texas and try some of that crazy ridiculousness and see how we handle things. I don't think he would have made it to jail. H-Town. Anyway, what you got next, Yields?
So just the updates on the news about they're what Japan is trying to do. They are like taking him for 23 days.
They already, well, you know what? Yeah, up to this point, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know it, but yeah, the system in Japan, they hold you for a certain number of days. I think they've held him for 23 days. I don't know if he was officially released and out, but whatever happened, they tacked on another charge for eating in a restaurant or filming in a restaurant without permission. And so they kept him in jail, detention, or whatever it is. And now I think he's going to overshoot his visa. And if I'm not mistaken, the laws in Japan, if you overshoot your visa for whatever reason, I mean, then you're overshooting your visa, which that's almost like an automatic deportation. And that should essentially eliminate his ability to enter Japan for at least a certain number of years. And hopefully by then, you said 5? Yeah, so, and hopefully by then, if he hasn't gone on to greater and better things, then he'll have he'll have lost his, thirst for being an ugly American tourist in Japan. And hopefully he'll go on to, better things, in his life. I don't want to wish wrong on anyone. I do hope he comes out of this a better person. Some people do, some people don't. So I'm gonna leave that at that. Okay.
On the news, this Japanese car dealership called Big Motor, they're being caught red-handed for forcing employees to damage the car before they repair them, so they can charge extra. Apparently, 382 employees consented to this idea, and this is Japan, right? You're taught in school against this kind of dismoral conduct. It's dishonorable. But 382 employees followed blindly. Why? Because they work at a company where the leadership makes the decision and everyone else just follows them mindlessly, like zombies.
It's funny that, I don't know this gentleman's name. It's funny that he specifically said they follow them mindlessly like zombies. When I was heavily teaching, when I was teaching like seriously, I said this to, I think he was a junior high school or high school student once. And I was like, hey, don't be a zombie. Don't be, don't be a sheep, just follow the leader, use your head, And I mean, unless someone says, hey, don't do it from an early age, then yeah, this is a clear example of what is possible, not just in Japan. This specific case happens in Japan, but this is a clear example of what happens when people are afraid or just, pushed to the point where given no leeway to think on their own. I think I've been in the car business in Japan for a little over 10 years, maybe close to 15 years, and I've seen it in auctions. I've seen it in once when I worked for a short time in a 100% Japanese car company before I started my own. I've seen how, the leadership is pretty tough. And it is pretty tough for some of the employees to kind of break away and do something or go against what they're told to do. This is not to say I didn't, because that's why I started my own company. I didn't want to be a zombie. And I think Big Motors, it's a huge example of what could happen with these companies, especially young employees, who are afraid of losing their job, afraid of not getting that, golden parachute that happens after 35 years of working in the company, and getting that not guaranteed but close to guaranteed position of promotion if they just follow the leader and go along with go along with everyone else. There's a former basketball player, Kwame Brown, and he calls it the go along, get along gang, when people just blindly follow along and do what upper management and upper management says, without thinking on their own or using their own brains. and that's kind of unfortunate. You know, not kind of. It is unfortunate. Gladly, I think my two sons went to an international school, and I think I think that's key. You know, education. If they don't have anyone that says, "Hey, you can do something on your own. Hey, you can be the nail that sticks out." You know, you can be the nail that sticks out. Just don't go sticking other people. And I think that's just where, you know, no, if you stick out, you're getting hammered down. And Big Motors they should be in big trouble. I'm glad that I didn't buy cars from them. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Even more so, if you'd like to share your thoughts, please comment down below. I would love to hear what you have to say.
Good.